Morning, folks. Welcome to the Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery. Today, we have a very special guest, and we're podcasting on location from a very special place. I am joined by Mark Smalls in his favorite place on earth, Edmonton, Alberta.
I would say our favorite place on earth, Joey.
This kind of is our spot.
It's kind of our yearly retreat.
Yeah.
You know?
It's our company party.
It is.
Mark and I have known each other forever. I mean, a lot of people who listen to the show probably go all the way back to the Pier 69 days. Mark and I used to have a great podcast together. Best kept secret in podcasting.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Well kept secret.
Yeah, well kept.
Yeah.
Partly by our own doing.
100%.
There was a time.
Majorly by our own doing.
Yeah. There was a time. Should we delete the old episodes?
There was a big scare. There was a great scare.
The scare of 2019.
The first wave of cancel culture. You know, everyone talks about the actual celebrities who lost opportunities, but not enough people talk about the podcasters who had no audience who just lost a lot of sleep.
That was like, it is when you were like selling weed to like 7 people in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And you would go to bed and you're like, the fucking feds are going to find me. The DA.
You watch like an episode of Narcos and you're
Yeah.
like, I got to stop selling oregano to 6th graders.
Yeah, I moved to Lake Tahoe for 2 years because I thought I was going down as the big weed kingpin of Walnut Creek.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to get out of here and go to Nevada.
And that was us with the jokes we were slinging. We were
100%.
This is some pure gas.
We had
pure crack.
7 patrons.
Yeah. And a lot of them stuck around long after the pod ended before I was like, hey, boys, I think we should shut down the Patreon because we're not providing even free content right now.
Yeah.
But some of them come out. We had a homie come out to the show when Daoud and I were in Vegas.
No, you meet them every now and then.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I was telling you earlier when I went to Asheville, I had a nice couple come out and they were like, dude, how are your teeth?
Yeah.
That was like the old joke.
Well, not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. They're still bad.
Yeah.
Teeth are still bad.
Mark was heading to Mexico for some experimental teeth treatments.
Mm-hmm.
Have you now? You have had teeth fall out. You have an ongoing kind of battle with your oral health. As we discussed that, have you made any changes in your day-to-day life on the hygiene front?
Hygiene's always been good, dude. Like, don't fucking talk to me
you
about
didn't brush
my
your
hygiene.
teeth last night?
No, I didn't. Well,
Yeah.
I went and brought a toothbrush this morning.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Have you taken it out for a spin?
Gonna take it out for a spin after the podcast.
Okay, nice. Completely unrelated to your questioning.
Yeah.
I was right about to go brush those teeth, and you said, why don't we do a podcast?
I'm on vacation, Joey.
That's right.
You don't brush your teeth on vacation.
Well, I do.
Yeah, some people do. And you have receding gum lines.
I do.
Yeah.
It's my biggest flaw.
Your teeth?
I brush too hard. I brush too much.
Yeah.
I try too hard. I care too much.
You put a little too much emphasis on
Put
that.
a little oomph on it sometimes.
You don't
And
really
they're
need
like,
to
"Hey,
brush your
calm
teeth."
down. And I'm like, but then if you tell me it's a problem, I feel like I need to dig at it.
Yeah.
You know? It's like if
Yeah.
I have a zit, I'm popping it. Does that make it worse? Sure, but I did my part.
If I have gums, I'm taking them fuckers out.
Goodbye.
Those gums are gone.
Goodbye.
Yeah. See you later, gums.
I do. Yeah.
I'll be receding you later.
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Nice. Hell yeah.
What do you think? So, you know, I think most comics who come to Edmonton absolutely despise it. I don't think they have a good time. Now, you and I have kind of set ourselves up. We came here once about a year ago, and we had ourselves a nice time. We met a cult. We partied at the Black Dog Free House, which is our bar. I think 4 out of 4 nights last time. We're 1 for 1 this time. And now when we come back, the people know. People are like, the boys are back in town. I got people DMing me, holy shit, I knew I just saw you on the street. That doesn't happen in normal markets.
No, not
We're boys of
normal
Edmonton.
markets.
I'm wearing an Edmonton baseball jersey that you found at the Goodwill.
Dude, it's fire,
It's
too.
a nice baseball
It was big on me,
jersey.
and I was like, oh, your short ass will fit in this. And,
Yeah.
and it fits way better on you.
It's a little bit of a dress, but I got a little more shoulder and a little more pec.
Yeah, it kind of lifts it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Mine just hits the shoulders and falls.
Yeah. Well,
Maximum length.
Which is great. Like, for you, like, you have the right body for clothing because you have skateboarder build. where you just kind of have that like his body's like riddled by monsters, but you kind of clothes fit you like a hanger.
Kind of. The problem is my lower torso is very high. My and you know I always thought
high hips.
Yeah, like I always thought it like things look weird on me, and then my girlfriend like hit me with one as I was trying. She was like, "Well, your legs are like pretty high up," and I was like, "That's crazy. You would just put that," and
But is that a bad thing?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Why is that bad?
It makes your body look weird.
I think it's cool. I mean, you're very Halloween coded.
If I wore mom
you do
jeans,
look like a skeleton kind of.
Yeah,
but
if
it's
I had
fun.
a fat ass, it would be better.
No, you would look weird with a fat.
No, if I had a fat ass. No, because
You
when
would
you
look
have
weird with
high
a
hips
dumper.
and a fat ass, it looks dope.
Does it?
Yeah, you look like you have a BBL.
You got that Dominican baseball body.
Yeah, but not with me.
You
I
look
got
like
the
a closer.
Hank Hill ass
Yeah.
with the RuPaul hips. And it just looks weird.
Your build is kind of gay and spooky.
Yeah,
at
it's
the
like
same
double
time.
back and forth.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But you find what works.
Mm-hmm. Back to Edmonton though.
Yeah.
I think the place. I think if we came here by ourselves, we'd be like, this place is a fucking shithole.
That's why I was like, when I got this weekend, I was like, Mark, you have to come back with me. Because when the boys are, you appreciate it. We're having fun.
Yeah, when you get to like have fun inside the shithole with someone like sharing the suffering, it's like, oh, this is,
There's whole communities who have based their lifestyles off having fun inside the shithole.
Yeah, I could spend a whole lifetime here if I got the homie, you know? And it's funny, like, you said we met a cult. You said, and like I didn't remember any of these things.
I didn't remember it either until Noah brought it up.
I got drunk inside the Black Dog.
Yeah,
and I was like, everything started coming back.
Yeah,
you know, I was like, oh my god.
We met a cult. We went to this secret weed dispensary and did like a late night show.
Don't remember it still, but apparently
There's
I
photos
levitated.
of you that I have.
Yeah,
you were on stage. We weren't even. It's not like we were like. I mean, I do remember it. It's just we weren't that drunk. I think you were just lost in the Edmonton sauce.
No, I wasn't hammered. Like I was drunk.
Yeah,
but I wasn't like fucked up off anything. You know, I just you get lost in the sauce. Bless you.
Thank you.
Seasonal allergies up here in Edmonton are
brutal. Fall, it's nice to get a little touch of fall because we're flying to LA on Monday. It's gonna be like 85 degrees, but like I'm up here. I'm like. The autumn is coming, and I got fired up. I was just like, ooh, sitting inside watching football with the family.
Ugh, I don't like it.
Food. You're not an autumn guy?
No, but, you know, we lived in the Bay for so long, and it's like sweatshirt weather all the time, right? And that's what I thought I liked. I like being...
Yeah.
And then when you go to LA, you realize being cold sucks, and the world sucks.
I live in New York now.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I
came to visit you at like one of the best times, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Weather-wise?
Weather-wise.
It was hot.
No, I know. Too hot and then too cold.
A sweatshirt. It was
too hot.
degrees.
And then it was too cold. Then it was like raining and hot, and it's like, yuck. It doesn't rain in LA.
I like when the seasons change because now I'm like, dude, new me, new wardrobe. I'm turning a page. I get to bust out the jackets. We can start going earth tones.
No. I'm always the same me. Same weather. And it's awesome. You get a sense of consistency. You know?
Yeah, that's one thing you are.
You also have body weight.
I have some mass.
You got a nice dumper.
I'm dumped up.
So you can afford.
I wish you could take this thing for a spin with your frame.
I wish. Wouldn't that be tight? Be like, yo, could I borrow your ass?
You remember when you lifted weights with me for like 2 weeks?
Bro, that was the best I felt in my entire life.
Why'd you stop?
Because I had my free trial ended, and then like
yeah, that is true.
I had to like update my card, and the card didn't go through, and I was just like, fuck it. It was too much work.
One like declined charge away from being like, I don't know if fitness needs to be a part of my life anymore.
This is like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
If I have to like input things into a field,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Form.
DOB. What does that even mean?
Ugh, just shut the fuck up. I don't care.
Yeah.
And like you said, you weren't going to be working out at that Crunch anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I moved up to Equinox at that time.
Yeah, and like, bro, I couldn't even afford Crunch at that time. And you're like, I'm going to Equinox?
I was getting knocked up.
I'm not. I will say, like the second week, right, after the second leg day, Remember I had the T-Rex arms?
Uh-huh.
I was like, Joey, I can't bend my fucking arms. What's that mean?
Yeah.
I felt stronger. Like I was at work and I was carrying wine cases.
Yeah.
Normally, one wine case is very difficult for me to lift up.
Just withering.
One. Any sort of activity is withering for me. Like I'm like running across the
You are
street.
like a really dainty man in a
Dainty.
certain way. Yeah.
Once I warm up, I can be athletic.
Yeah.
But it takes this old lawnmower a couple of pulls on the rope.
You only got to pull the rope a couple times.
Gotta
to keep
pull.
going.
Yeah, you pull the rope
Bring
once
that
or twice.
You bring some cessped around me, you're about to get cored hard, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
And not you know, not to say cored hard. I don't know if you can say that anymore.
Yeah, I'm full tard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
So
I
that
remember
is,
being like,
what you are describing is the normal building of muscle, where
Yeah.
you work hard and then you are sore and tight, and then later comes enhanced strength.
yes,
It's like a superpower almost.
it felt. I remember like being like kind of this 2 weeks.
Yeah.
and I was like
and
my
all of a sudden
shoulders.
you're lifting with the legs and the core, and you're just everything. You're like, I don't know how to fucking move this.
I
thing.
felt like kind of I felt like more. I was like, damn. My girl was jealous. She was like,
she was like, look at you carrying all that wine.
yeah, man, it was kind of tight.
Yeah.
And then it took me a solid. Same thing with when I was on tour with Bert. He had me working out,
That it felt good.
and I felt good. I was eating 3 times a day.
I love how
put
Bert
on.
Bert Kreischer taught you how to drink again. Like, because, I mean, there was a long time in San Francisco where you would have, like, 1/2 of a beer max.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have, like, half of a beer every time I saw you, but you would never finish it, but you would also never not have it. And I was like, wait, is he dying? I was like, does he have
Yes.
cancer or something?
Yes.
He's withering away because you didn't have the willpower to not have the beer, but you didn't have the intestinal fortitude to finish the thing. And you're just like, people always do this thing, they're like, I partied when I was younger. And I'm like, yeah, I think something else might be going on. But now you can drink. We were drinking last night, although we did give you a Jameson shot, which you didn't like.
No, I didn't like it. And there was a moment last night where I went to bed. I was like, I'm not going to wake up tomorrow. And sometimes I look at myself
Because
in the
of one
mirror
shot?
because of one shot and that extra Guinness. And
Yeah,
then the
extra Guinness was not
McDonald's with the McFlurry.
The McDonald's was not.
But
yeah.
there are points where I look at myself because I do give off that, like, is this guy dying energy? And I look at myself in the mirror. I go, God damn, am I dying? And then I look at myself, pictures from years ago. I looked that bad then
You
too.
look exactly.
I looked that bad
Yeah.
that long ago.
Yeah.
We're
You've
we're
achieved
good.
homeostasis.
Yeah, we're fine.
You're fine, dude.
I'm
This is-
chilling, bro.
I've always looked like shit.
I've always looked bad.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I've looked bad for decades.
Yes, my eye color, I'm yellowing, but it's not jaundice.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just what it is.
It's just life, baby.
It's life, dude.
Yeah, 100%. Just weather it up here in Edmonton. You do get a little pep in your step up here in Edmonton. dude.
Because you
Something
have
about
to
the
make sure
northern-
your body is moving or
do
you
have
will
to.
die.
You will perish, yeah.
Nah, Bert taught me how to drink kind of, but like it was just
Well, you got off tour. I remember when we were in LA and you were like,
I need
you
a
were
beer.
like, you want to go? Yeah, you're like, you want to get margaritas? And I was like, I'd love to. Who's this guy? Oh my god.
What was that? I
Fun
remember
Mark.
because like there is a moment in the night where I'm like, I just need a spicy margarita right
Yeah,
now, and I will
dude.
drink all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The life hits you hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, I feel like I go through like swings. Like tour is fun, and honestly, drinking really helps it. But then, like now, when I get back, I'm like, I like going some days full clean, just eating only clean, not drinking, working out. You know,
No, I don't know that.
you don't ever bounce back.
No, because like I don't really it's not like I go overboard. I'm not like
No.
all fucked up.
No, but if we, for example, we're gonna probably, knowing us, go to the same bar in Edmonton 4 nights in a row.
Yes.
And after that bar, at least 2 of the nights, and already 1 is down,
Mhm.
probably going to have McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
That's not overboard in some ridiculous way, but that's a toll. You don't feel great after that. There's a little bit of a there's a Monday morning bounce back where I'm like, I need some like salad cleanse for a couple days. not in there.
I don't know what that feels like.
That's
I don't
right.
know.
You don't have context.
I don't have context clues of what a.
Yeah, you lifted a wine case well once, and you were like, "Am I fucking Superman?"
Dude, it felt good, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Because normally you get up the stairs after that wine case, you're like, bro, like, here, Luis, I'll pay you an extra 20 on tip out.
And
like,
Luis is down.
Luis
just
will
puts
break
it
them
on his
fuck.
back.
Yeah,
He
just
got
throws them
4
bitches.
of them. Yeah.
Not me. I don't know that. And so I never really feel like I got to cut back. There was a point kind of after the pandemic, I think post-COVID, where I was getting really anxious smoking weed.
Yeah.
So I had kind of pulled back on that.
Yeah.
But then I got on Zoloft, and that shit, you can smoke as much weed as you want on Zoloft. It's crazy.
Taking antidepressants to continue using drugs is the life hack not enough people are talking about.
I'm telling you, do it. I've told multiple people to get on antidepressants.
So that they can keep doing drugs.
Not really, but it's. I say that's a bonus.
Yeah,
and it's worked wonders on. I can't tell you. At least 3 comics have come up to me months later, and they're like, "You don't remember me, but we were talking one time, and you told me to get on Zoloft through Hims, and it's changed my life."
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I can't convince my girlfriend to get on it. But
This podcast has been brought to you by Pfizer. That's right. We're sitting here with Dr. Mark Smalls, who is prescribing mind-bending benzos to the general population at large, and is upset that his girlfriend is not taking his medical advice.
babe, just
This
take
has
my
been
medical advice.
The fact that you're prescribing Zoloft to random comedians at like bar shows, and they're like, Dr. Mark, you're 100%. I mean, can't there be negative? Like, isn't there supposedly this like rubber band effect where like this is what I've read about with some of these antidepressants. What it is obviously it's not dealing with certain issues. Now, if it's a chemical imbalance, it's a chemical imbalance, but it can also create this rubber band effect where it's just pulling all this stuff away, and then eventually, boom, people snap. And then they bring a gun to work or something.
I mean, that's conspiracy theories from the 50s. You're like, dude, take Zoloft and then you're going to shoot up the post office. There's also a point where you could do too many squats and blow your fucking back out.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So what kind of a rubber band effect? One time I did too many biceps and I couldn't rubber band my arms correctly.
Yeah, until your muscle built back and you were strong.
So there's also a point where you wake up every day and you want to kill yourself every day, and then you bring a gun and you kill yourself.
That is also true. That guy definitely needed more Zoloft.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
I'm going to go with the
those people-
Zoloft.
Yeah. So you like to say one of your favorite, like if you have a catchphrase, right? Some people have catchphrases like Rodney Dangerfield's was like, I can't get no respect. Larry the Cable Guy's was like, what was his?
Get her done.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think yours is I want to kill myself.
Well, no.
No. You say it
I
a
would
lot.
say this is a fucking nightmare.
Okay.
That's my catchphrase.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you just Mark.
This is a nightmare.
Every
my
time
catchphrase.
we order food, and this is like Mark lore that like anyone who knows Mark Smalls well enough would know this lore, but anytime food is ordered, someone almost at a conspiratorial level will do something to cross Mark. And he will have a meltdown, whether he's had Zoloft that day or not.
They will put cheese on
whatever.
I don't give a shit if cheese doesn't come on it. If I say no cheese,
They'll put cheese
they
on.
put cheese on it.
Yeah.
Last night, we pull up to the
McDonald's.
drive-thru. I go plain, only Big Mac sauce and
meat.
And meat.
Yeah.
He goes no cheese. I go no cheese. I go plain no cheese. He goes, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And I turned to you. I said, how much you want to bet he don't got it?
I said there's going to be cheese on that burger.
There's cheese on that fucking
And
burger.
they threw some cheese
They
on that
threw
bitch.
cheese on that bitch, and then
You left the patty behind, and I scarfed it up
Did
at the
you?
end of the night like a fucking scavenger, like a fucking raccoon, dude. I was like done with my McDonald's, and I was like, patty, cheese. I'm pretty sure that's healthy.
yeah, that's
is that a protein shake that
Yeah.
you left behind? I suppose I'll have that. Am I gonna let a cow die in vain and
No.
not? No, dude.
I wanted to. I tried to do a scrape, but
Garbage man.
it was melted on.
It was melted on. It was melted on. Mark is lactose intolerant. Also enjoyed a McFlurry.
Yeah, but it's fake.
Oh,
It's like
fake.
it's like powdered milk that they make, and like that shit really doesn't do anything to me.
That is low-key vile, but good to know.
Yeah, like powdered milk, that shit. It's American cheese has a lot of lactose, whole milk, things like that. I can't have because I only I only used to eat that. So
yeah,
and I tried taking more Zoloft to be able to eat American cheese. I can only smoke more weed.
Yeah. They're gonna try and update the Zoloft. They'll maybe come out with like Zoloft Moo.
I mean, that's the crazy thing about American medicine is I have Kaiser Permanente. The fucking nightmare that I have to go through.
Kaiser's shit.
I get my antidepressants from a dick pill medication. Like I lie to them and say I'm not depressed. I say I come too quick.
Really?
And
they give you Zoloft.
That's
for that?
what they prescribe. They prescribe a low dose of Zoloft because to come. So you
the fuck up.
Because that's one of the side effects is you can't come. Now.
Oh, okay, I was wondering if coming was tied to like they're like, bro, you're too sad. That's why you're blasting immediately because you don't have enough self-esteem to believe you need to belong in the box.
Coming stems from anxiety.
Coming stems from anxiety?
Yeah. So the less anxious you are,
mean by that?
the more relaxed and more like just present.
That's
you
why
don't
come quick early on because you're so fired up to be in the box, and that's why if you're like, dude, I don't even care about this, you could just beat it up. Damn.
And you're thinking about it, and you're like, what will happen? What could happen? That's all anxiety.
So excited.
That's all sex.
Yeah.
That's why you take a little Zoloft, smoke a little weed. You're like, babe, we don't have to have sex this whole year.
Weed and sex are an unbelievable combination. Like I obviously smoke weed a decent amount, but not as much as you. But I don't like to do it when I have things to do because I can like get in my head. I can get socially anxious. I feel like it doesn't necessarily help me talk better.
I have a tip for that.
Well, but let me finish.
Zoloft. Get on a low dosage of Zoloft.
That's a good
Tell
tip.
your internet doctor you come too quick.
That's a good tip right there.
And take a little Zoloft.
Why are you on Zoloft? Were you depressed? No, the weed was getting me high.
Yeah, dude. It's awesome, bro. Dude, this weed too strong? Zoloft.
Okay, that's a good tip.
Call Dawood right now. It's changed his life.
I've taught. Should we call Dawood?
Hey, dude,
and do a Pier
ask him.
reunion?
Ask him about Zoloft, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him right now.
There's another comic. I forget his name.
I was gonna say though that the moment where you're just a little too high to speak well on weed is the moment that if you're with like I'm married. If you're with a partner that you would like know and are comfortable with. That's when you're the best with the pipe, because I feel like you're able to speak through your body. I'm not going to talk about my sex on this podcast.
He came out and worked a weekend with me, and he was tripping.
Yo,
Dawood, how are you?
what is up, playboy? What you up to?
I'm sitting in the garden of my Airbnb in Edmonton with Mark, doing a podcast right now. And we wanted to ask you how Zoloft has affected your sex life.
I'm on Lexapro, and in the beginning, I could not come to save my life.
That's by the way, that's the movie that I would love to watch you star in. Dawood, one man can only save his life by coming.
40-year-old nut.
Dude, I would die at the end of that movie, bro.
So you were just basically piping away to no avail.
Yeah, I'm on Bart now, but yeah,
Don't worry, some guy's jerking off right next
Yeah.
to you.
Oh, that's exactly why I don't want to encourage him.
You don't want him to come. He's definitely not on Zoloft.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming hard.
That was actually the sound we heard. It was his cum sound.
That wasn't the doors closing. That was a man orgasming. I'm sitting in between two people right now, so this is cool.
This is a great episode of Pier 69.
Should we put Andrew's on the
Get Andrew on the line.
He's just quiet.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about Andrew's sex.
No, but it's actually, yeah. But then eventually it's like, it's normal now. But yeah, in the beginning, like watching even those, the naughty films.
Even watching the naughty films didn't work for you.
Even the videos on Telegram.
Those forbidden films, you know.
So now it's great. Now has it changed your weed smoking capabilities, or is this not something you've A/B tested?
I haven't noticed that. No, I don't. No, nothing there.
Because Mark is
I don't smoke.
Mark is trying to prescribe it to 100% of my listeners. So we just thought we'd get a second opinion.
As someone who's taken medical advice from me,
Yeah, Mark is your
life-changing.
doctor.
have you been let down at all?
Better than anything my doctor's ever done for me.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Daoud. That was fantastic.
Okay.
I'm excited
All right.
for Portland and Vancouver next week, folks. Daoud will be there. All right, love you, buddy. Talk to you soon. Oh, Duty Magooty.
Oh, duty. Yeah, man.
Riding the bar.
He came out to open for me, and he was like, man, I don't know, like, I get nervous, and like I
He had
can't
a
stop
panic
thinking I have
attack on
cancer,
stage.
and I have panic attack. I was like,
Why did
you
he
have,
think he has
I was
cancer?
like, you have, because he's depressed and anxious.
Right.
And I go, you haven't, I go, get on fucking something. And he's like, yeah, but this, I was like, I promise it's not anything to be scared of. And a month later, because he was living at the house at the time, but he wasn't living at the house,
Yeah.
he comes back in, big smile on his face. He's like, buddy, buddy, I'm on Lexapro. I feel great.
Yeah, he's in a great place. I'm happy for him. I did notice that none of these real issues started to hit until he and I stopped living together.
Yeah, well, of course,
You know,
because
'cause
he
I
doesn't-
was his Lexapro.
You
for
were a
long
great
time.
antidepressant.
Yes.
Also,
You're not allowed to be depressed around me.
you were the most depressed I've ever seen you
Oh, wow.
living in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So to be able to live with someone who's more depressed than you, why do you think Andrew has done so well these last 4 years?
Yeah, because you're his foil.
Because I'm his foil.
Yeah.
Like his girlfriend left him and emptied his house.
Yeah.
And was still able to squeak by because I was in there
Yeah.
yelling at children over the internet
That is true.
on Call of Duty.
I was gonna say we'll clarify why.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. That's a good advice. Live with someone who's doing slightly worse than you.
Oh, dude, like I'm paying more rent than my girl right now, and it feels so nice to like. I don't dangle it, but
Yeah.
it's dangling.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a little dangle.
when I was in the city, I was paying $500 towards a $3,000 rent, and I felt horrible.
Yeah.
Not enough Zoloft in the world,
Yeah.
but you know,
That's why you moved to Edmonton. You don't have to worry about these
you
things.
don't have to worry about shit.
You don't have to worry about rent.
No.
Just got to worry about what drink you want to have at the Old Black Dog.
About the old. What floor do I want to party in?
What meat do I want? From Meat. We went to a restaurant called Meat. We've gone both years. It's amazing barbecue, actually. It is fantastic. If you're here in Edmonton, no one's going to be here. This is a travel podcast. The last time I did a travel podcast, I was boots on the ground in Costa Brava in Spain. And this is, but I want to give people a full global perspective.
Edmonton
Not
is
everything's-
great.
It is the Costa Brava of Alberta.
I feel like your travel sense is a slightly skewed because people treat you like the white man you are. No matter where you are, they go, that's the white man. For me, I get treated.
We call that American Express.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get treated like a white man in Edmonton.
Mm.
And I think Edmonton people treat everybody as if they are a white man.
Okay.
And it feels awesome. Gas station attendants, food store clerks,
Uh-huh.
look at you in the eyes.
Everyone can be a white man in Edmonton.
Everybody can be a white man in Edmonton, even me. I come in, I go, "How you doing today, sir?"
I think I like that. And I think that's true, but you might just now be having this experience because this is one of the few places where you don't look homeless because it'd be a little too cold for you in
I've
the
been
street.
to very shitty places.
Right.
Places where I look better. I've been to Texas.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to places where I look better than the common folk.
Mm-hmm.
And I get treated poorly. And when the minute I stepped into Edmonton and talked to my first random like customer service person.
All right, buddy.
Yay. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I'm back. All the feelings came rushing back to me.
Yeah.
Remember, we fell in love at the breakfast spot.
We did fall in love with the breakfast. It's funny because I was like, this was part of my first ever tour. And I was kind of talking to the boys. I was like, dude, I'd love to have some of you come to some of these. Like, can't afford to bring someone to everything, but it'd be great to win. And you were like, you picked, of all the places, you were like, I kind of want to go to Edmonton. Dude. I was like, do you really? Because I would love that. I definitely don't want to go alone. And you were like, yeah. And I was like, I think it might suck. And you're like, I know. I think that's why I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
And then we got here.
Yeah.
And you would just, every morning, you would open up the drapes in the condo, the comedy condo, and you would go, it sucks here. I love it.
It's a nightmare out here, dude.
And then it started raining and the weather was horrible, and you're like, oh,
Look at the weather.
Shit weather.
It's bad outside.
I love it.
It's awesome. I came off this flight, and now you chose a more central located Airbnb.
Yeah, we're the club here is at the West Edmonton Mall, which is a big mall, skating rink, all sorts of things. But when you're near the mall, it's just icky. Every mall is like
icky.
every mall everywhere.
Yeah,
We're near White Avenue.
White
They
Avenue.
treat everyone like its namesake.
Bro, I'm telling you, they
Yeah.
don't name it White Avenue for nothing. And coincidentally, they spell it WHYTE,
Yeah,
which is like
why
a cooler.
can't we all get treated
Yeah.
this way?
Why can't we all get treated like
this
the
way?
white?
I think that we should.
And so, I was tired when I flew in here. I wasn't in the best mood. I kind of saw the shitholeness, and I was like, oh, Jesus. And then I went for a walk,
Yeah.
kind of wake up down White Avenue, stopped at a vape shop, stopped at a hole-in-the-wall tie spot, passed by a few check cashing places,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt amazing.
Yeah.
I felt re-energized.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God, I missed this place. I remember everything comes crashing back to me.
Talk to them.
Dude, Edmonton is... And every time you talk to someone from Canada,
They go, ew, why would you go to Edmonton?
you go, oh, you're going to Edmonton?
You don't know shit.
You don't know
fucking
shit
prick.
about your own fucking
You don't know
country.
shit about your own shithole.
Edmonton is the heart.
Heart and soul.
The oil comes from here. The blood.
You like driving cars?
The blood of your country comes from this place.
You make me sick. Every single one of you who seeks to look down your nose at our fucking home.
You fucking Toronto cucks.
I fly Edmonton across my chest.
I'm getting a tattoo.
That's right.
I'm getting an Oilers tattoo. I don't even watch hockey.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking Penguins fan.
Just getting an Oilman tattoo.
You getting the Oilers tattoo. They go, why? You like the Oilers? I go, I love Edmonton.
I love Edmonton. You ever been to Meat?
You ever been to fucking the Black Dog?
Yeah, dude. They don't know about it. They just don't. I do think that every comic who comes here has the same experience. Like, I talked to Jeff Asmus. He was on my show in New York, and he did this last weekend. And I was like, oh, I'm going to Edmonton tomorrow. I was like, oh, I was just there last weekend. And, like, at the same time, I was like, I love it. And he's like, I hate it. He's like, oh. He's like, I didn't think you were going to go that way. I was like, I kind of have a retreat with my friend, Mark Smalls. He's very fun. We kind of have our weekend, and we have our things that we do.
Oh,
and we like to do Edmonton. But I was like, did you do, like, I think most of them, because coming to town's like 30 minutes or so from the club, they just don't come to town. And they just sit, and you're near a mall. So, yeah, you have everything you want. You're like, well, if I want to go eat, I could go here. But then you're just in a food court and then a parking lot
The whole
in a strip
time.
mall in Edmonton. They used to have a condo. Now you get put up. Now, I will say, you get put up in the rooms at Fantasyland Hotel or something. He said his room was tiki-themed with a hot tub in the middle.
Yeah, you fucking blew at that.
That sounds
We could have had a
actually
fucking
pretty
hot tub in our hotel
sweet.
room.
Hot
That
tub
would have
in
been
the
horrible.
hotel room would have been a nice touch.
Hot tub
We could've
McDonald's
been-
is
we
bad.
could've eating- Dude, podcasting while eating diesels after the Black Dog in a hot tub in the middle of a hotel room is crazy. Does that mean your bed smells like chlorine?
I mean, I'm definitely opting for the waterbed experience.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm getting the saltwater bed.
Yeah.
I would
you
just
wet
lo-
the bed and you're like, "Ooh, you don't pee in the pool?" I can't pee. It's a water bed, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, could have left a floater overnight.
Shitting in your water bed is crazy.
Just opening up the little tube, the little hole. Yeah, I've done this a couple of times.
Wouldn't say it's 100% water.
Yeah. Well, it's airtight, though, I'll tell you that much. It's not a moray eel, if you get what I'm
Submarine
saying.
down there.
I would love to do a tub
Titanic
cast.
submersible. And yes, I blew it up. Bang.
No video game controller can move that one. It's got a mind of its own.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I would much rather do a tub cast than an outdoor podcast. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but this is nice. I think it plays well.
It does.
I'm glad that when I came out here, I was setting the chairs up, and the Airbnb host lives across the yard, and he was like, "Put the cushions out, bud." And I was like, "Oh, that's a great point," because I didn't know there were cushions. This on the like rods would have been.
I would have been
tough.
pissed.
Would have been pretty.
It would have been
tough.
like our seats had meat today.
Mhm.
Like I do say most comics don't get the experience of going out, not for the sense of like not trying. You just don't know. Like when I went to Minneapolis, I was doing the shows at the Great Mall, and the club is inside the mall, and you stay right across the street from the fucking Great Mall.
Yeah.
So you think it's called
Just go
the
to
Great
mall.
Mall.
It's a great mall.
After day 2, I'm like, fucking, I need to get outside this mall.
Yeah.
I take a 15-minute Uber to like a restaurant that has great reviews, right?
Yeah.
I get outside the Uber. I'm at a different fucking mall. And I look at the guy. I go, am I at the Great Mall? He goes, no, this is the fucking mall of blah, blah. How you have a mall next to the Great Mall?
Yeah.
How you got a Deep
The
Impact?
OK Mall.
You got like a Deep Impact fucking Armageddon situation going
Yeah.
on. I just ended up loopering myself into another mall.
And it is nice to stay near the club because you can just walk and everything's easy, but it's like then you just end up going hotel to club, and it's like even if, again, what you're trying to do, you're taking a 15 to a 30-minute Uber to go to one restaurant, and then you're like, well, is there anything else we should see in town, instead of like, let's just walk
Dog
in
shit.
and fuck around and see shit. It's a metaphor, Mark. You know, there's a lot of people that are right next to a much more interesting life, a much more beautiful life, and they don't see it
Spider on
because
me,
they're
bro.
sitting there for convenience.
I fucking hate podcasting outside.
Well, I'm sorry.
Fucking spiders. God damn it, this is a nightmare.
This
is
we
a fucking
podcast
nightmare.
outside on this show. I mean,
It's a nightmare.
We podcast outside a lot. Because if
Sucks.
I'm in the Bay, if I'm home, I sit under a Japanese maple and I wax poetic, and I just think it looks nice. I think people, I think all the people sitting inside that aren't going outside, I want them to look through their computer screen and be outside a little bit. You know what I mean?
It is nice to have a little backyard. I got a backyard back in LA now, and I do like enjoying sitting on my swing.
You got a swing back there,
I got
bud?
like those chairs that swing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like on a
Kind of
roller.
a wooden sort of thing.
It's like a metal sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The chairs are wooden. The swing is metal.
Mm-hmm. The chains and such.
Yeah, it's like one of them fucking Costco old couple swings.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Do you guys ever take that out as a couple? You do
What
a
do you
dual
mean?
swing?
Oh yeah, Marissa gets home. We
You go swing
go swing. Sit there.
on the swing, not
Yeah,
yeah.
I go, you want to have sex? Or she goes, you want to have sex? I
Hey,
go,
invite the neighbors.
Zoloft just kicked in, babe.
So
Won't
I'll
be
just
for a
kick in.
while.
Yeah. Tell you what I won't do. Come. I'll tell you what I will do. Swing.
Yeah.
You want to hit the play structure?
I won't come, but we can go at this for about 30, 35 minutes before I kind of just go, I'm done now.
Do you think that our bodies are too old to appreciate like do you think we could build an adult play structure? Because I remember play structures being a pretty neat thing, and I'll still fuck around and hit a water slide or something, and I enjoy that. But there's something about like your body reaches a certain age where just a slide feels untenable. But I feel like an adult play structure would be kind of a cool vibe.
As a guy with a withering body, I am highly against it. I see the allure.
Right.
Because when I was a kid watching like shit like American Ninja Warrior, like Guts, you're like, damn, I fucking can't wait till I'm that age and be able to do that. And then you get to that age and it's like, dude, monkey bars with my shoulder separations?
It's monkey bars are like a legitimate good exercise for you to be able to do as an adult.
Yeah, no, that's highly unable for me to do as an adult.
Yeah.
I have a back of a 95-year-old man that was in like a Japanese prison for 20 years.
Okay.
Not to say that
It hurts from bowing that much.
I'm sorry. I just bumped into a lot of people.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to do a tilt and engage my core. I just engage the L4, L5.
Yeah. Some people have an old soul. You just have an old back.
I got an old back.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
an old back. A lot of cavities in that
Body's
back.
haunted.
Yeah. Dude, I watch like chiropractor videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I come.
Yeah. Do you get a pleasure out of watching people crack?
Oh my God, it's the best.
Where are you at on like pimple vids?
Pimple vids are great too.
Yeah.
Those are great. Love those vids. Just the relief and the release,
Mhm.
like a good boil,
Yeah.
and you get that extra.
I've had to like de-algorithm myself because at one point it figured out that that's what I liked, and I like it a lot. Like it's like I could watch fucking blackhead videos for fucking hours. But I've de-algorithmed it because it's just at the end of it, I was like, it feels like
that's
you
my
feel
Reddit.
like you've been watching porn. Like you feel like something gross
It's
has been
dirty.
happening.
Like
It's
you don't
very
want
dirty.
people to see you doing it in public.
Absolutely not.
I've definitely almost gotten caught and
It's a horrible
quickly
thing.
switched to the Pornhub.
You could be watching a pimple video on your phone, and if someone saw you on the bus, you'd be like, no, I swear I was it was instructional. I was about to squeeze one out on the bus. I swear I was gonna pop a pimple. I wasn't just watching other people do it. I remember I have like a photographic memory of the seminal pops of my life.
Of your pops?
Yes.
I got
like
a
dating
couple.
back to I have some great ones in college. Just ears, dude. Just great shit.
Oh, the head one's
I had
always
a big ear one that just exploded out.
Oh.
We don't have to talk about it, but it was. I remember it. I think about it sometimes.
I told you about the one I had on my ass, right?
No. I mean, maybe back in the day, but
Dude, I had one on my ass.
yeah,
That it was a demon,
yeah,
right? And it got to the point like it was angry. I mean, it got to the point where it was hot. I'm not lying. You would kind of get close to it and it was radiating heat.
yeah.
And it was red and you couldn't pop it. Like there was no sense. And then it kind of went away
Yeah.
and it disappeared and then it came back with a fucking vengeance. And I remember being like, I was moving to San Francisco and I was training at a new job.
Yeah.
And someone I was out on the floor. Someone brushed into it. Dude, like just brushed it. And tears came to my eyes and my knees buckled. And I was like, never been so close to walking out full crying and just being like, I'm done, not saying anything. To where like I had to go to the hospital.
What?
Yeah, so I went to the hospital to get it drained.
It's like a cyst.
It was a big cyst boil thing, right? And so I'm at the ER, and
Yeah.
they're like, okay, let me look. And they go, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I remember they go, oh, Jesus. That looks like it hurts, huh? I go, it's unbearable. They go,
You're like, I'm at the ER.
one of the worst pains I've had in my entire life
Was them
shooting the needle into it to numb it.
Oh.
I didn't get the relief,
Yeah.
I did when they cut it. Like I did feel,
You felt it. Like,
I felt 30 pounds lighter.
Oh my
But the noise that these doctors made,
Oh no! What did they
it was a
do?
doctor and a nurse. And I remember cutting it open and I'm going like this. Oh, because I just felt lighter. And they went like this. They audibly threw up. And I thought I was going to feel better. Dude, I was in the worst pain. Because they had to
'cause then
sew it
has
back
to,
up. I
yeah.
called my girlfriend. It was right when I started dating Marissa.
Uh-huh.
And, you're embarrassed. You're dating this hot chick.
Yeah, you can't be like, hey, babe, I got that disgusting boil
did.
drained on my butt.
Shout out to my girl. She has never made me feel gross. She was like, oh, my God, I'm so glad you got it taken care of. I was like, I need you to pick up painkillers.
Yeah.
And she drove from the city to, bring me painkillers. I was crying.
I think that's an actual, crossroads where I know that my wife would do the same thing. But I also know people who are in relationships where they would be like, ew. If your person's saying ew to, an actual medical thing that you're going through, it's not your person.
My girl has never
Medical things, if your person is going through a medical thing, it's always like, no, we get it taken care of. Not gross.
Yeah,
do
because you
whatever.
love
Get
that
it taken care
person.
of. Yeah,
oh, you're on
100%.
your period? I may not come.
Yeah.
Because I'm on
taking
my
a shot.
Zoloft, but I'm taking a shot at that. We may not be in Detroit, but I'm playing for the Red Wings tonight.
Yeah.
I may be an Oilers fan, but we're rooting for Sergei Fedorov.
Hockey in the 90s, dude. I mean, just Fedorov.
Dude, the
Pavel
Red Wings Avalanche documentary on
Dude,
30 for
Yzerman.
30.
Oh.
Have you seen that?
No, I don't think I have. I would love to. This is Sakic,
Oh,
Forsberg,
my
Yzerman,
God,
Fedorov days.
yeah, and when it's what's-his-face gets fucking in the car accident, and then they can't, but then they bring him to the ice the next year. Oh, my God, it's top tier. Top tier, bro.
Yeah.
What a
That was the hockey is amazing. I will always be a hockey fan, and there's some great stuff happening in the league now. But I can never tell if that was peak hockey or if it's just locked into that nostalgia corner of our brain because of how old we were. But you look at videos of what was happening in the 90s and the trajectory of it and all the energy around it. Like, it burst onto the scene. And
90s was
it.
peak everything. 90s was peak rock music.
Mm-hmm.
90s was, people say 90s was peak rap. I just think you're racist.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a white guy, you're like, oh, 90s.
Beastie Boys.
Yeah, you're like, shut the fuck
Eminem,
up. Yeah.
Marky Mark.
You listen to 3 Wu-Tang songs.
Yes.
But, like, 90s hockey, 90s wrestling,
Yeah.
like, the Attitude Era,
Yeah.
there's nothing better, bro.
Yeah.
And 90s hockey, you had the puck glow.
Yeah, the puck low was crazy.
You had Joe Sakic.
Yeah.
You had fucking Lindros. Like,
Dude, roller hockey was a big thing. They
Dude,
had like
beach-
professional
beach-
roller hockey.
beach ball.
my
ball
God.
roller hockey. Roller
Oh my-
ball.
Yeah.
Dude, peak, bro.
It was awesome.
You had soap shoes.
Yeah.
You had
rocket powers
Dude,
going on. They're playing
I
street
mean-
hockey in the street. You had
You didn't know Cosby was
Sharks.
bad?
The Street Sharks is what it was. Yeah. You didn't know. It was a great time. 90s was peak time to be an executive. Not ideal to be a secretary.
Not ideal.
Peak time to be an executive. 90s business culture, like the fucking suits and everyone's just dialing. They're on the phone. You're not staring at a computer all day
Our
running numbers. You
president-
did business. You sat down. You like wrote stuff in a folder. You sat down across the table from people. You talked it out. You made a deal.
You talked it out.
Talked it out.
You shouted it out. You shouted your orders on the Stark Market
Business
floor.
back in the day was just podcasting.
It was golf.
Yeah. It was just having a conversation.
Just
with
having a
someone. Now this
conversation.
is like an exotic thing.
It's bullshit.
Yeah,
It's a fucking nightmare, Joey.
it is.
Take me back to 1999.
We should do it.
We didn't know HPV was a thing.
Didn't have to.
Warts, that just comes from old age.
Yeah.
Not HPV.
No. Just smashing.
Just smashing.
Just smash. Did people even wear condoms back then?
No, they did.
Oh.
It was actually like really risky to fuck in the 90s.
Oh, 'cause AIDS was out
It was
there.
the most. But some would say
Some would say.
it came the quickest because it was the
It
most
was
dangerous.
dangerous.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
It was like fucking on a high wire.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, what-
We could die.
Yeah.
Feels so right.
Now
Feels so
you're
wrong.
not going to die.
Not going to die.
You're going to get a weird, like, you're going to get monkeypox maybe, but
Yeah.
you're not going to fucking die.
Just go to some doctor. He gives you a pill.
You get fucking AIDS, you look good.
You do. You look like you.
You'd look like me before they found out about
Yeah.
about PrEP.
Yeah.
I do look like I'm like constantly about to hit the hospice.
Do you remember doing open mics at the Eagle in SF?
Yeah.
So the Eagle in San Francisco. So, Mark and I been doing comedy forever. Came up through the San Francisco scene. And, oh, hello.
Hey, folks, how are we?
How's it going?
Doing great. Beautiful place you have here.
What do you
yeah.
have here?
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
goodness.
That's an incredible birthday card.
And how
That
old
is-
is the birthday, may I ask? Look at this is why Edmonton is the best, dude.
Yeah, can I show this on
Can we
we're
show
just
this
doing
on
a
camera?
podcast. Can I
I mean, this birthday card in America, you stop doing this when you graduate 8th grade. Come to Edmonton and you got a birthday card that's like this, man. Diabetes what? There's all the candy.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's incredible. Happy birthday.
Yeah, that's not ours.
It's not ours times two. Mark. That's why you podcast outside, Mark. You just don't. They just don't make them like that everywhere.
yeah.
Oh, that was electric. So, I'm glad they didn't come mid-story, but the SF Eagle,
Yes.
where we would do a lot of. Yeah. You have another card? Oh, the cake.
Oh, I can't wait
my
to see
God.
this cake.
Would it kill him to extend an invite? To the boys?
Well, you know, a little disappointed.
Yeah.
He did definitely mention that it's not his birthday, not his
It's
card.
true. It's true.
Not my place
my
to
call.
invite.
Not my invite. We'll be out here.
We're just out here in the elements.
Getting a little
Anyway, the
chilly out
Eagle,
here.
a gay leather bar.
Yeah, so it was a gay leather bar. It was a kind of a kink bar, and people would. I mean, there were times where we were doing open mic in there, You're doing your set. There's 4 comics in the back. There's 2 patrons. One of them is wearing nipple clamps tied into like a leather girdle. And at one point, I remember someone saw like walked outside and saw a dude just drilling another guy in the ass. But the point is, the bartender.
I never
was
did
the
that
man.
well. I never did that well.
I did great.
Yeah.
The bartender was the man, Steve. And I was like up there one time and said something to Steve, and he's like, "Yeah, well, gotta be careful. You know I got AIDS." And I was like, "Hey, that's crazy. That's a stereotype." He's like, "No, I'm not kidding. I like literally have it." And I was like, "Oh, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fine. They got pills now." Oh, look at this. Bring
is
that
a
in
cake.
frame real
That's
quick.
a cake.
That is a cake right there.
That's a homemade cake.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, see,
that looks
America,
amazing.
you don't bake the cake at America.
Well, happy birthday to the birthday person.
Yes. Yeah.
Churro cake?
Churro cake.
Ooh.
And they don't even have Mexicans up here.
That's right.
That's how good Edmonton is. Told you, they treat you like you're a white.
I mean, everybody's birthday is happy
Yeah.
in Edmonton.
Yeah.
You don't even have to add happy.
I know what I'm doing tonight. I love this white culture.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing tonight?
Comedy.
Oh, okay. Comedy. That's right. Tonight, I think we should probably actually go get ready for the show here. Mark Smalls, thanks for joining the program. I feel like I should just play our Has There Been a Shooting Here clip.
Should we run
Plug
it back?
in. Bink.
Should we run it back?
We could maybe play one more. Here's our most distilled clip of the last time. One of the last times Mark and I podcasted together. We played a horrible game, and
The best game ever.
and this was the result of it.
On another issue of Has There Been a Shooting There?
Laser tag. Yeah, Glendale.
Museum? Yeah, Jewish museum. Fuck.
Toys R Us. 2 dead after shooting in a crowded Toys R Us.
There been a shooting in Ace Hardware?
Woman shoots Ace Hardware employee
Damn!
while stopping suspect.
Damn! This is an
This
insane game.
sucks
This
ass.
game's awesome. All right.
Ice rink.
Zoomies.
3 shot dead at Columbia Mall. 2 employees of Zoomies.
Fuck!
God!
Damn it!
I was going to say ice rink.
I think
Yeah.
I've been in an ice rink shooting.
Custody. Oh, this year. Wow,
Yeah,
very
Oakland.
recent.
Build-A-Bear shooting.
Yep, there's been a Build-A-Bear.
Fuck,
Yeah.
really?
Yep. Woman shot during hostage standoff at Office Depot.
Woman identified in deadly shooting at Staples. No jail in Cinnabon roll rage case. Criminal mischief and throwing a missile into an occupied. Hey, if you're in America, you're getting shot. Stay safe, folks. We'll see you next week.
time. Oh, that was so close. Okay, so that was take 1. We could do take 2 real quick, and then we need to get going for sure.
Yes.
I have a question. So
Yes.
has there been a shooting there? Is there any other game that we would want to play?
There may
has there
be.
been a stoning there? We get a little
There may
racial
be, but I think it's definitely time.
to play.
There
another.
could be a lot of games to play right now, Joey, but I think the only game and the best game to play is another edition of Has There Been a Shooting There?
Okay.
I mean, let's
You
go
gotta choose a
Baskin
big-
Robbins, right? How could there be a shooting where there's cake, cupcakes, and ice cream?
Okay, 17-year-old shot dead near Mid-City Baskin Robbins. 2 workers at Baskin Robbins shot in attack. So there's been actually a lot of
fuck.
those.
Yeah.
There's no way that there's been one at Chick-fil-A.
2 victims killed in targeted shooting.
Okay.
Targeting. So they targeted
there was
at
one, there was one
Chick-fil-A.
in 20. There was one a couple months ago. Okay.
2 fatally shot inside a Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so that's bad. Not something
And
we want. I'm-
inside or outside, actually, man guilty of murder in Chick-fil-A parking lot. I'm going to tell you what, that drive-through line, I'd like to murder someone.
Okay. We know Waffle House you can't do. Waffle
Yeah,
House
that's
is a shooting.
Yeah, that's a shooting.
Waffle House is
You
a
go for the experience.
Waffle House is a shooting-inspired restaurant. It's
hun-
like the
yeah.
Rainforest Cafe of crime in America.
Is
How about Rainforest Cafe, actually?
Rainforest Cafe?
Mall of America's tragedy. Suspect aimed to kill boy by Rainforest Cafe.
they're at malls?
Yeah.
Yeah, most malls are
Yeah,
run by
that's true.
gangs.
Malls are not
Most
good.
malls are run by gangs. If you've ever stayed at the Mall of America in Minneapolis,
Okay.
shout out to the Vietnamese. I fuck with y'all.
Hey.
What about like Lowe's?
Lowe's, yes. Jury awards $20 million to family of man shot by security guard in Portland Lowe's parking lot.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hardware.
Orchards is like you pick up plants.
Orchards shooting case place.
How about like a tanning salon, right? Like usually
Give that a shot. Give that a shot.
Well, usually you're going to hide from the sun. You don't usually end up finding bullets, correct?
Yeah, this might be. Let's hope that this hasn't happened.
That this hasn't happened.
One of 2 Ottawa men shot dead in the mall tanning salon last month allegedly owed $1 million to a man on trial. So, tanning salon is out. I bet there's no way that there's been an equinox. That's too.
Equinox shooting?
There's no way. there has been.
Dude, there's been a fucking Ocean's 11 style shooting at Equinox.
No.
Do you know how much they bought? Bro, have you ever shot someone after
Oh,
taking a cold
man who
plunge?
killed 2 manners at Equinox Gym had just been fired. Okay. This
Contrast
really
therapy.
is the most horrible game of all time.
I think someone's getting shot right now, Joey. Has anybody got shot in the backyard doing a podcast before?
Edmonton podcast shooting. Cut to camera. Fade to black. 2 podcasters fatally shot outside of a birthday party.
Let's see. All right, well.
Yeah. All right. I think we should go. Mark, is there anything you want to plug?
Just follow me, Mark Smalls, Instagram. You'll see the beanie guy. Looks like I'm going to die as profile pic. Follow my podcast called Country Club Adjacent, my YouTube channel where we play golf on acid all the time. And, twitch.tv/TheRealMarkSmalls. Come watch me
Boom.
yell at kids.
All right. And check me out, joeavery.com/live. Plenty of road dates coming up. Whenever this comes out, this will be Portland, Vancouver week. Next up after that is Belmore, New York, and then a ton. We just announced San Jose. We just announced Philadelphia. Nashville's up. Is it? Maybe it's not. I don't know. I think it is. Go to joeavery.com/live. Plenty of shows. I'm coming to a place near you. And if I'm not, I also have a link in here where you can join my mailing list and request a city. That has been The Joey Show. We love you. Good night.
Thank God I have a podcast.